already. What the heck is going on with gold right now? Hey, yo, what's up, Cave Trader? Gold is going crazy. I think gold is it's gonna be another week of gold just trending. Gold is just yo, congratulations, man. Congratulations on that gold long. Yeah, usually I like to try to wait, let gold set itself up overnight, but damn, man. Look at that move. That's a 40 some point move already, almost 30 points. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on with gold right now? Hopefully, well, gold usually does keep the same type of energy though. Gold usually does keep the same energy overnight. Okay. Mm, okay, dude, I literally just forget. Uptrend, zero at the low of day. Hmm. Isn't that interesting? You can kind of, isn't that interesting? Hmm. Mm, okay. I'm gonna buy the pullback here. I'm buying the pullback of this breakout. I don't think there's well, I wouldn't say that there's no way, but it's highly unlikely for the bears to come back here, especially after this breakout, especially after these multiple failed attempts to sell the market down. I'm going to take a chance on the long. I'm going to take the chance on the long here. You think so, Cave Trader? You know, being a former bear, actually, There's no uh there's no evidence that I was a former bear. I don't ever claim that no more. I don't claim such weakness. But maybe back in the day, maybe back in the day, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to the bears out there. But the bears are unmotivated and they're unable to follow through. They're not motivated anymore. They're just in the market to get in the way. That's all they're here for at this point, in my opinion. Shit, if it's that mentality. If I can't get what I want, then I'm gonna make sure nobody else can't get what they want. That's what that mentality is, and that's what the Bears have. And seriously, all right, man. That's what the Bears have resorted them or hold on, let me actually type this in real quick because it's being distracted. Yeah. So that's what Bears have reverted to. Just being a nuisance in the market. That's it. That is it. The Bears need a leader. They need a hero. All right. All right, cool. Well, I guess I might as well do this now. Uh, Sundays is just going to be the start of data collection. Uh, this will definitely begin to be a more of a data-driven channel. We're going to definitely start collecting a lot of data. Hmm. The market kind of just went straight down. It didn't necessarily do anything other than go straight down. We didn't get a significant bounce. Maybe I guess we kind of did. I guess we kind of did. Got a bounce like right here. Okay. So we'll start 762. All right. So Friday was a bearish trend. Mm, You know what? This could be something that we actually do on this. Could be like another data point or something. Okay. So yeah, that was definitely a bearish trend. Okay. So there's about 334 points to the downside. I mean, we had a small little bounce right here. This bounce right here, so the high of this candle was 515. So about an 87-point move to the upside on the. And then from here, 515 until the end of the session. Where's the downside? Uh, we see a bounce at the end of the day. Where did this come from? Mm, mm, okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we'll see if this is the right decision here. Let's see if this is the right decision. Alfred, I have no clue what you're talking about. I've always been a bull. I have an eye for bullish positions. I just don't see shorts. I have no clue what you're talking about. None whatsoever. Mm, I mean, let's see if we can kind of get a like a full rotation here. I mean, I don't think. Oh, is gold coming back down to earth? Is gold coming back down to earth? That's the question. Okay, so let's get this Nasdaq play. Mm, mm, okay, so we'll see if we can get that. Yeah, we'll see if we can get that. Mm, Hmm. Hmm. And this is the Nasdaq we're talking about. I guess let's get cute with the last target then. Let's get cute with it. All right, let's get cute with that last target. All right. So far, so good. We'll see if it holds, man. We'll see if it holds. We'll definitely see if it holds. So I will be streaming tomorrow. I I kind of have an idea that, or at least I'm mentally preparing myself that we could see a slowdown tomorrow, or we could just see a mindless grind to the upside that gets knocked down during Tuesday's session. So we're going to be prepared for anything that happens. We're going to be prepared for anything the market throws at us. That's definitely going to be for sure. Definitely going to be for sure. But I'm definitely moving forward, just focusing on the Nasdaq and gold. Nasdaq and gold, but mostly Nasdaq. No matter how I try, the Nasdaq is like Thanos. Where does it always brings you back to me? And I find myself coming back to the Nasdaq. Every time I try to leave, she keeps pulling me back in with her siren song. But you know what? This time, because I'm choosing to stick with the Nasdaq, I'm just going to trade her the way that I'm supposed to trade her. No chasing, just waiting for just the setups to happen. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. If I get stopped out, I just look for the next trade. Shit, last week the Nasdaq stopped me out of this one. Where did she stop? Yeah, she stopped me out of. Where did she stop me out of? I mean, it didn't come back and it's not like it came back and hit my target or nothing. But oh yeah, I was a part of this one right here, this move, and she came back and she stopped me out. And I didn't chase it. I didn't go tilt. I didn't do anything. I'm not going to allow the Nasdaq to have such that type of emotional control over me anymore. I'm just going to accept what happens, you know. I'm just going to change my mindset about how I trade. My mindset, I think the biggest reason why I would get angry is because I was trading, for the lack of better words, with my ego. But now I'm just going to just see this as a science experiment, data collection, what I can do with this over time versus, I mean, basically what we've been talking about. But now I'm just stuck with, I'm solidified in the mindset that this is just all data collection. And I was considering this after Cave Trader showed me, or he shared with me, his P&L calendar, and I was like, wow, Cave Trader's out here walking it like he's talking it, man. He's definitely walking it like he's talking it, and over time, he's shown that you can have more red days than your green days, but as long as your green days outweigh your red days, he's positive. And I think that solidified it for me, for sure. I realized that I don't allow myself, at least in situations where I don't control, I don't like the feeling of failure. I don't think anyone does, but you know, only thing I can do is pick my spots and manage my risk, and that's what I can control. I lose the game if I deviate from that because I know over time long as I can follow the rules over time, I should be good. I think the way that I'm trading Nasdaq right now, I have 33 losses in a row. So if I lose 33 losses in a row, then the account is gone. Not this Apex account, but well, actually, uh, I think with this account, well, I think 33 is probably good enough, but with the yeah, I got 33. Okay, yeah, I did the math right. About 33. I probably rounded down to probably like 30. So I got 30 attempts. 30 losses in a row before I lose the account, which is highly unlikely. But it's not like it's not like it's not possible, but it's highly unlikely. Especially if I just go on tilt and I don't follow my rules. Gotta accept them red days. And once I start to accept the red days, I think that's when I'll start to see the results that I'm looking for. Just accepting the red days. Just accept that there will be red days. Yeah, I think so too, Cave Trader. I think so too. Because I mean, for the longest time, I've been trying to do the math on how many attempts I'm trying to risk the least amount of money, but mm, if I trade with two contracts on the Nasdaq, then that means I have to hold for longer positions. I mean, I want that first target is really the target that I wanted to hit. That first target is the target I wanted to hit because I can close the entire position and make the money that I want to make daily at that first target. But if I can make a little bit more, then I mean, I'm not going to complain about that either. I just have to do my best because my biggest concern when I trade the Nasdaq is just the volatility itself. It's a double-edged sword for sure. My biggest concern is that it's going to stop me out and go in my direction, and I'll probably chase it and double my size. It's just the Nasdaq is definitely she definitely encourages and instills bad habits and bad behavior. But hmm, I'm just going to accept it. If I get stopped out, then I'm just going to accept it. If I see an opportunity for a reentry, then I'll take it. But I only have 3 attempts. I really want to only have 2, but I'm gonna start off with 3. I'm gonna start off with 3 first. If I lose 3 trades in a row, that's a $600 down day. I'll close up shop and then come back the next day. Boom. That's definitely true, K Trader. Alfred, you say you're up 1,500 on 2 TPT evals. Yeah, dude, I would take that and run. Well, I mean, how much money do you? Isn't that what the maximum daily profit that you can make in that account anyway? Daily? Oh, so he was looking to short off these highs. Yeah, there was like a high right here or something like that. Yeah, there was a high right here. That pullback. Mm. I hate when gold gets like this, honestly. It's just it makes it challenging to trade. It makes gold challenging to trade when she does this. And I'm not sure with this contract. Is gold at all-time highs? Yeah, gold is at all-time highs. Mm. Yeah, all-time highs for gold right now is 586. We're about 40 points away from all-time highs on gold. Mm. Uh, I guess the question is, will the market take out all-time highs on gold or what? I doubt it. I'm pretty sure we'll probably get price to fail above these highs and come crashing right back down. I'm pretty sure that's what we get. But we'll see. Hopefully, on the way down, gold doesn't just crap out. That's just what makes gold dangerous. It just crashes out. It's hard to get in a good position on gold. I mean, if you follow in the trend, you're good, but sometimes gold can just be very tricky when it wants to generate liquidity. And yeah, that's the name of the game, Alpha, for sure. That's definitely the name of the game. Delayed gratification. It's the name of the game. Like I said, I've been in this account. I've been in this Apex account for over 20 days. 23 days to be exact. 23 days. This is probably the longest lasting Apex account that I've had in a while. Actually, out of all my Apex accounts, this is probably the longest lasting one. As interesting as that is. Well, let me be more let me say that a little bit better. So far, this is my longest standing Apex account so far. I'm definitely going to continue to trade this way as if these accounts are personal accounts and uh and just trade micros under 5 micros. The only so I do have so with gold, I do trade gold a little bit different because it's a more predictable instrument. I don't have to worry about gold overshooting too much. So I will put a little bit more size on gold. Not my trade deck, my Tradify accounts. I actually trade gold as if I trade those accounts as if they're personal. But the Apex accounts, I trade with 7 micros. I don't know why I feel more comfortable trading that way with Apex and not trading that way with other accounts, but for whatever reason, I'm very comfortable taking more aggressive trades with Apex. PAs, evals. I'm very comfortable taking. Well, maybe in my mind because I feel that because these accounts are usually so cheap, And if I blow it, then well, if I blow it, it's cheap. I mean, I didn't lose too much. It's kind of like I spent what $150 just to, I guess, to play a game. I guess that's how my mind has rationalized Apex. But with these other firms, these accounts are a little bit. You don't want to blow the other accounts because you spent what four, three, $200 on it. So I guess, at least in my case, these other accounts are more. I don't want to lose these because I guess they're harder to replace, and I think that's probably what it is. I guess it's easier to replace an Apex account than these other accounts. I just take it one day at a time. One day at a time. I'm up 13K in this account. It took me 23 days to get there, or to get to this point. It's gonna probably take. Well, I'm not trading the stream account. I don't trade the stream account at night. This is a throwaway account that I trade at night. But in the morning, I trade that account, and I just take trades. Try to get in as in the best possible position, and hold it for as long as possible. I mean, there's really no point taking profits in micros. I mean, it's not like they're minis or nothing. So micros forces, at least in my opinion, it forces you to actually sit back, get into a good position, and actually take trades and actually sit in the trade. I don't necessarily count my Apex account because I just buy these whenever they have the 90% deal for $18 and it recharges for 40. I have 10 of these accounts on Apex, but right now I only have 3 straight to funded Tradeify accounts. That's it. 3 straight to funded Tradeify accounts that I only trade gold in. And I take that one day at a time too. I'm looking at a goal of at trading at least 25 days. At least 25 days is the goal. And at the end of 25 days, that's when the smaller size will keep me paid. Every 7 days, I can take a payout. Just trading small size. Versus how I used to trade heavy size, try to get it as quick as possible, and then blow the account after a couple payouts. Damn, really? Uh, what's your profit target on that account, Alfred? Honestly, K Trader, man, honestly, I really wouldn't know where to even get in on this. I mean, this right here would have been I mean, I see it. I mean, in hindsight, I wouldn't take this trade normally. I don't know what the hell is going. I don't know what's gotten into gold. I don't know. I wouldn't normally take this trade. I mean, there's really no structure up here either. Gold has just been going parabolic. After it took out that high at 423, it's just been up. It's definitely a good time to be a gold trader, that's for sure. Definitely a good time to be a gold trader. If price gets back down here, oh shit. I just realized. Oh shit. Oh shit. I just realized that. Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Am I tripping? Yeah, I guess I'm tripping. I thought I saw something, but I guess not. Okay. Ah, shit. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to come back tomorrow morning with gold. I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow morning with gold. I'm pretty sure gold is gonna present something tomorrow morning. I'll be sure to make I'll be sure to be a part of that move. Regardless of what direction it's trading in, I'll be a part of it. Yeah, what's up, Tony? What's up? Mm. Nasdaq and gold, baby. Nasdaq and gold. My two favorite instruments to trade. I almost deleted my ES charts over the weekend, but I had to remind myself that there are still people that join the stream that prefers to trade the ES. So I kept it. But there will be no. I'll be calling the setups out. I won't be taking them. I will not be taking the ES trades. After last week it was just one of those weeks that if you was on the fence about trading the ES over the Nasdaq, last week definitely solidified that for you. At least it did for me. At least it did for me. All right. All right. So let's see if we can get a push here on the Nasdaq. Okay. I'm still on the fence about the Nasdaq orb though. I'm still on the fence if I should trust the downside. I was kind of doing some back testing on the Nasdaq orb, and Man, that short on the Nasdaq orb is, man, that thing is so iffy. That thing is iffy. Shorts on the Nasdaq in general is iffy. I need at least 56 points on the Nasdaq for that first target. My first target is 56 points. That within itself is probably going to keep me out of taking a lot of trades, because it doesn't even matter if it goes up, if it misses that first target and comes back. That just defeats the purpose of getting into it in the first place. So that Nasdaq short, I definitely gonna have to pick. I definitely have to pick it. Definitely for sure. No one to hold them and no one to fold them. Oh, you got caught on that. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I recall. Yeah, I remember you telling us about that, Alfred. Honestly, I should have. In hindsight, I should have trusted that short. So on Friday, it's it does suck when the one time that the Bears actually get something going and they keep it going, that you're fighting it on the way down, trying to find the bottom. That does suck. And then what also sucks is that, okay, we have also days where the Bears actually starts getting something, and then out of nowhere the Bulls come and just takes out all the work that the Bears have done, and we take out the highs and then we close higher. It sucked. Those days suck because you're like, okay, the market traded into a previous area of resistance, and this was major supply. I believe we talked about this. I just didn't trust that the Bears were going to hold it, but damn, did they held it, man. They held it. I wasn't this short on Friday. When I tell you that the Nasdaq, it was this thing right here. My target was at 24.75 for that short on Friday. I took this short right here just for it to miss me by a point or two ticks and then close right here. I was I wasn't surprised. I really wasn't surprised. I don't know I don't know how the Nasdaq is so good at that, but she's really good at it. It don't even matter how many points that first target is sometimes, because I sometimes I'll move or I'll readjust the first target and she still finds a way to bounce right before it sometimes, which is frustrating. Mm. I mean, technically, I mean, wouldn't this be? Time for being cute is over. Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be? I think the first one should probably be like the highest one. Mm. You said the Nikkei took a hit tonight. Well, all right. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But actually, let's look at this real quick. August 26th. August 26th. Okay. All right. Let's see what the institutions are doing this week. Hmm. That is interesting. So we're about 63% long this week. 63% long this week and 37% short. Hmm. And the commercials are 57% short about 2% above the average. And the same thing goes for the institutions. So this week, we could see a recovery. It doesn't mean that the market doesn't go down and we don't see a big recovery, but institutions are along this week. And I don't think we have anything that's going to be catalyst for a drop. So we got Labor Day tomorrow. So expect little to no volume to probably see chop all next or tomorrow. We have ISM on Tuesday. That's going to move the market. One days we got jolts. We all know that 9 times out of 10, jolts is a bearish event. 9 times out of 10, this is a bearish event right here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens this time around. But y'all guys already know what I'm. Oh shit! Look at that. Yo, if Wednesday is going to be bearish, look at this. We have Crash Kari, we have Jolts, and we have the Beige Book all on the same day. So Wednesday might be a red day. We'll see. We'll see. Thursday, I mean, ISM services, job data, ADP employment. And we have non-farm payroll this Friday. Nice. Oof. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed off about that. Mm. 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 So you guys stopped down on your Nas long? I think I should be good. Maybe. 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 Yeah, you don't want to live for. This is not what this chart is for. Mm. Yeah. It bounced at last week's close at 53. I probably should have. Mm, I probably should have probably started my position down there. Because I mean, she rarely does it. It's rare. I guess it really depends on the context. Mm, mm, okay. Yeah, cave trader. Hmm. If I'm not mistaken, gold just retested it took out that high. Honestly, I just hope that gold tomorrow. I mean, if it's going to trend to the downside, that hopefully it gets all that out of its system overnight. Hopefully. Hopefully it gets all that out of its system overnight. Where this is just a big move to the upside and the buyers that's waiting for a pullback down at these lows right here. Hopefully they're not turned into liquidity for a bigger move down. Hopefully the market just gets it out of its system overnight because I would prefer to actually come in tomorrow, see a good setup, take it, and close out profitable. not having to sit there and watch a good setup turn to shit. US 30s, that's YM, right? Let me make sure. I think US 30 is YM, right? Okay, so yeah, the Dow. Okay. All right. I agree with that. I agree. I agree. And the YM is definitely a I feel that the YM, if you can get in a good spot with YM, you can just go for the rest of the day. You don't even have to watch the trade. YM is definitely one of those instruments where it just keeps trading in the same direction. In my opinion, YM is a great swing. If I had a swing account, I would trade YM. To have an instrument that trades in one direction over several days, none of the pullback crap that the Nasdaq and ES does, but just trades in one direction, you can't beat that. Okay. So I think I'm good. I got in a little bit earlier than I should, I guess. I figured that the market would want to pull back, but I'm starting to think that maybe Nasdaq, trading the Nasdaq as if I'm trading gold or ES, is probably not the way to do it. The reason why I took this trade was because it was kind of at the top of this small little range right here. And it was like the closest, there was like a fib in this area. So I took it. So I was looking at it just to be a breakout of the range and buy it at the top of the range. Because that's how ES and gold trades. And I think I'm making the mistake to actually trading the Nasdaq the same way when she doesn't trade that way. I don't want to miss the move, but at the same time, I don't like eating all this drawdown because a lot of this drawdown could have been my target could actually be at R2 versus it being up there at 534. It can be right before R2 if I took this entry right here. So actually my first target would actually be around 506 will be my first target. But now I have to wait 34 more points because I took what I thought at the time was a really good retest trade, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Because sometimes the Nasdaq likes to bounce at the top of ranges, but there is times when she likes to dig deep into these ranges before making a pullback. Hmm. So you like quickies, huh, Marky? Market money, quickies. I used to trade the same way. Way back when I first started streaming, I was a heavy hitter with small targets. I don't know if I still have. Actually, I may have deleted it. But there was a ATM strategy that I called revenge trade, where I would trade 6 minis, and I would trade. My first target was 3 points. My second target was 7, I think, and I had a runner at like 15 and 20 points. And if all my targets got hit, it would be an $800 win trading 6 minis. Obviously, trading like that did not last too long. It's hard to close out of a it's hard to close out of 6 minis, or it's hard to close out on the wrong side of 6 minis. Yeah. I even changed the avatar. Oh, that. Yeah, that is also true. That is also true. I try to be out of the market by the time I get off stream in the morning. I try my best not to come back to this desk, to this workstation, and look for more trades after I get off stream. But there's times when that may or may not happen, depending on the movement of the market. Because usually after lunch, the market is setting itself up for 1 o'clock Central Time. Power hour, in my opinion, is only the last 10 minutes now. Power hour used to actually mean something, but it should be called power. I don't know. The last 10 minutes of the market that pops out at what, 2:50 Central Time? The death algo. That's the only time I would come back and try to get a quick big move scalp. So that last 10 minutes. I'm reformed, Alfred. I don't pull all-nighters anymore. I don't trade accounts that would even put me in a position to trade all night. That's the old Sherm. This is the more reformed, mature Sherm that manages risk and accept losses. As crazy as that sounds. Yeah, I don't trade my funded accounts or the stream account overnight anymore. That gold trade had me up until about 5 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get no sleep. The only sleep that or let me rephrase that. I went to sleep for 20 minutes. And then I woke up and I thought about my gold position. And the next thing I know, gold shoots up, did exactly what it's doing tonight, just running higher. It did something like this, and I was in it short. This is actually almost looks very familiar to that night that it happened. I was in it short. It kept giving bears hope. So I was thinking to myself, okay, if it broke structure, then I'm good. And it broke it too. It broke structure. And I was like, oh man, I'm good, man. Let me go to bed. And I said, let me go to bed. Dude, I slept for 20 minutes, woke up to this. And so I was tilted. I scaled into it, and it just kept going up. And I just said, fuck. I was fighting it all night. Stayed up and watched it too, man. I was waiting for the short opportunity because it just kept going up. I mean, when I got done fighting it, I had to remind myself, this is gold. Why am I trying to fight gold? It's like I'll just become liquidity. And then I had to wait for the short setup that never came because I was about $1,000, and mind you, $1,000 is a lot because I'm only trading in that account. I mean, I no longer have those accounts because I blew them, but I was only trading 3 contracts. So I was using the fact that I had 3 micro contracts in gold and moved my stop up, scaled into it as it went up, and it just kept going up. And by the time I knew it, I was down like $1,100, $1,300, I think. And I was like, fuck. Yeah. So that was not a fun night. That will be the last time I do something like that. I don't trade gold overnight in my funded accounts. I'll trade an eval overnight, but I'm not trading funded accounts or anything overnight because I'm not about to stay up all night like I did the last time. Yo, congratulations on that, man. All right, well, we'll see what happens here, but it's highly likely that the Nasdaq is shooting for my stop. Like I said, I would have preferred this entry right here, but hmm, hmm, okay. Huh? That doesn't make sense. Mm, yeah, dude, I think I've done that too, Alfred. It's the impatience is what kills us when it comes to trading the Nasdaq. It's always going to be the impatience. Mm, mm, okay. Mm. Yeah, we're gonna stop out of that one. Hmm. Well, hmm. I mean, I guess the question is are they gonna take out that low at 370? Are they gonna take that out? I don't think they will, but I don't think they take that low out. At least not the first attempt. I mean, the Bears ain't like that. I don't think the first attempt gets knocked down. Mm. I don't think the first attempt gets knocked out, but mm, 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 mm. You know what I'm gonna do? All right. So that low is at 72. Mm, mm, or 71. Mhm. I don't think they take it out. Mm. I'm gonna put another entry at 375. I don't think they take it out. I don't think they take that out. I don't think they take that low out right there. At least not the first attempt because there was so much buyers here that they took out all of this structure to the upside and made a new high at 803. So I expect at least a bounce, if anything. I expect at least a bounce at anything. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. I'm just not interested in that. I just want be focused. Focus on what I need to be focused on. I need these small moves. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm gonna have another limit down here at 375 for a potential bounce here. I think we get that double bottom retest. I appreciate that, cave trader. I mean, I mean it too, man. I'm not revenge trading no more. I'm not gonna throw a tantrum and take it out on my account anymore. I mean, I took a chance, and it just didn't work out this time. It didn't work out this time. It's only a small loss. It's not a big deal. Hmm. Mm. You need to make 450. So Angel says that 432 is the resistance from 2 days ago. 432. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, if they take out this low, if they take that low out, then that's all she wrote. There's literally nothing here. I mean, there's nothing there. Actually, let me utilize my tool. Man, I actually might. Dang. Huh. Huh. I got it at 370, right? Yeah, I got it 375. 375. Alfred. Yeah. Yeah. They. Yeah. 400. Yeah. I think 375 will be a good double bottom retest, not for a reversal, but for a bounce. And that's a nasty red candle. That is bearish. That's a bearish candle. Okay, so I need to actually implement a trade flow when it comes to the Nasdaq because I make the mistake at times thinking that I can trade her the same way I can trade gold and ES and stuff like that, but that's not the case. So I should have a trade flow. I should reference at least this chart. If I'm not going to reference the hourly chart, I need to reference this chart. And I guess if I reference this chart, this probably would have steered me clear from that short. I should have referenced this chart. But at the same time, like I said, this is a throwaway account. I really don't want to use too much mental resources. This is just a throwaway account. Trades to take. That's why I'm going to leave this trade overnight. Yeah, it's a throwaway account. I don't expect. Yeah, those are three nasty red candles. You got a doji and three red hourly candles. That's not a good sign for bulls at all. That is not a good sign. Yeah. And I appreciate that, Cave Trader. Yeah, man, this is all data driven. I'm no longer honestly like I've been trading these accounts like I need to make rent next the upcoming month. If I don't get a payout this month, then my whole lifestyle tears down. But that is not the case. That is definitely not the case. I do have goals. I do have expectations, but at the same time, I don't have to rush these accounts. I can just enjoy the process. I'm in a position to enjoy the process and not having to rush through these accounts, blowing them. Like that's not what I'm here for. But that's how I've been trading lately, or not lately, but before. And I've decided. So, well, I guess I'll stay off for like the next couple of minutes, but I've decided that I'm going to start really have being more data driven with the Nasdaq now that I've gotten the whole midlife trader crisis out of the way, and I've decided that I'm going to be moving forward with the Nasdaq and Gold. I'm gonna really start turning this into a data project, like graphs, visualizations, stuff like that. I mean, there's already graphs and visualizations out there, but it's not fun unless you do it yourself. I don't really care about other people's data points. I don't care about it, but the data that I'm collecting, I want to be able to visualize that and to share that information on stream. So, I'm not I recently got introduced to Microsoft Power BI, but I think there is a free alternative for with Google. I'll try to learn both. And we're going to transfer. So with these Excel sheets, I'm going to keep at least these well, these are Google sheets. I'm going to keep these the way that they are. I feel that this is a great way to visualize the day if I can just keep up with the data instead of just missing days. I have to come back and fill some of this information in. This will be something moving forward that I'll start doing on stream so I don't miss actually filling this data out. And then what I'm also going to start doing is actually start going over the NA meetings as well. I've been collecting this data all year with the NA meetings and stuff like that. And I haven't been, so actually, let's look at this. And this will probably be the last thing that we look at. So far, so what is that? So 26. Um, mm, mm. I have to look at this because I think the formula might have actually. 嗯嗯 sum equals I 2275 and I 697. Mm, I'm gonna have to look at this. Actually, I don't remember. 26. So far that the NA meeting has made over $200,000, $258,000 on one MNQ contract. And the rules of this account is that, or the rules with this is that I'll stay in the trade as long as it doesn't stop me out. And so if I have a range between 890 and 888 as an example, the entry is 890 regardless. It's supposed to be a simple way to track the NA meetings. The profits has to be over at least the 1-to-1 of 27 points. So if it doesn't go past 27 points and it comes back and stops me out, that would be considered a loser. But just kind of going over this data right here, I think this week where I had a lot of losses, and this is actually a week that I broke even. I had 2 wins and 1, 2, 3, 4 losses, and I broke even this week. It's crazy. This kind of goes to show again with you can have more losers than winners, but as long as you have a 1-to-2, you'll be profitable in the long run. It's hard to ignore that data when it's always hitting you in the face. When I do these NA meetings, and this week, for whatever reason, or maybe I didn't, I had a week where I didn't get not one trade. That's interesting. I guess I didn't finish this. And I kind of document on the side, like the full move and stuff like that. So I'm going to start, I'm going to definitely start sharing this with you guys and kind of going over what I'm looking at in the market and just start tracking it that way too. Cause yeah, I'm going to start doing this as well. So I'm going to track the NA meetings. I'm going to track the CFTC data. I'm going to track the orb data. I'm going to see if I can kind of do something different with the orb data. That's what I plan on doing with Microsoft Power Buy or Google's version of it. So we can just start to visualize this data because I think the orb data, I think we should be able to visualize this. So I'll figure this out over the weekend. Turn this into a project. But until then, we'll just keep capturing it this way. Okay. All right. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if I get stopped out of this one. If I gotten stopped out and we do see a little push, but I'm gonna still keep my limit down here. I'm gonna still keep my limit down here because it looks like this looks like a buyer failure from the bulls here, but and honestly, this is kind of why I wanted to trade the ES because it just these orbs, like I swear, they're just there's such cheat codes when it comes to trading the ES. This was a 20-point move trading the orb. Friday's orb comes back, trades into it, and it drops. I just wish the ES didn't suck 24/7 because there's definitely good trades on the ES. Something like that, or break out to the high. It pulls back to the previous day orb, pulls back to it, and then I really enjoy the structure with the ES. I really do. I really do. But man, the ES just sucks. If you don't catch these moves overnight when they happen, man, look at that breakout right there. Look at that breakout right there. Man, ES, why do you just suck? Why can't you just be? Hmm. Says, do I think that ES will test Friday's low? To be completely honest, I don't believe that it will do it in one shot. This is a lot of structure for the ES. That's a lot of structure for it to break down. It's highly likely that it'll bounce first and do a two-legged pullback, and then it could potentially do it. But it's highly unlikely. I'm not saying that it won't. Where's my pen? I'm not saying that it won't. But it's highly likely for the ES just to do something like this, just for it to go just straight down. It's gonna more likely the ES is gonna do something like this, and then it'll test Friday's low after you get like a two-legged pullback or something like that. Because technically the ES is technically in a small micro uptrend. We do have a buyer failure at the top of that trend line. If they break this trend line, then you'll get your retest. But it's more likely that the bulls will probably come in at the bottom, bounce it, and then we'll see that break. That's more likely to happen, but I'm not saying that this won't happen either. I just wouldn't have my hopes up for that to happen. Because the ES trades in the structure, the Nasdaq, that's more something that the Nasdaq would do. Hopefully that answers your question, trading. But all right, guys, that's it for me tonight. I'm definitely going to be streaming tomorrow. we might as well prepare for the slow, choppy price action, but then appreciate if the market does something totally different and surprises everybody. But I will be here. So we'll definitely come back tomorrow morning and we will definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.